What's up, YouTube? This is Brian Pfeiffer, marketingmeathead.com. And today I'm going to talk to you about what's coming up here for the future, and it's going to be a lot different than a lot of the other videos you've heard. All right, welcome back. So, I've seen a million of these beer virus videos, and obviously everybody's talking about it. Every other YouTube covers beer virus, and unfortunately, I don't want to give you guys what's done is what's done. Okay, we know that at least here in Nevada, they pretty much made it only essential places are going to be open for the next 30 days. The Vegas Strip is shut down. They haven't done a full-on quarantine yet, but it's coming if it isn't already here. It is what it is, okay? But as a business owner of 20 years of owning my own business, okay, I've been through 9/11, I've been through 2008 crash that lasted for me into about 2012, 2013. Realistically, that was about a 5-year hiatus there of making real money, and I've been there. Okay, so a lot of you watching this, just based on the demographics of my channel, haven't been through anything like this, and I can understand probably what you're dealing with as far as the stress goes and whatnot, because I've been there. My business partner, he's in his 20s, upper 20s, and even my SEO guy's a little bit younger than me, and they're fighting some demons with stress and whatnot, and I understand that. And I'm sure a lot of you watching this probably are as well. I fought those demons for a little bit, a week ago, but I've kind of gotten over it already. I told everybody, I told people 3 weeks ago, you can ask my business partner, and basically I told him, I said, listen, man, if they shut down the Vegas of China, which is Macau, they're going to shut down the Vegas here, because it's already here. I mean, this was when the first cases were popping up over in the U.S., and of course, it all came true. It's just a little bit delayed because it took a little while longer to get over here. So, for those of you out there that are oh, I can't believe they're doing this, and this and that. Listen, man, if you got the coronavirus, you might have it, and you don't even know it, and you can spread it to 50 people. Okay, so that's a problem with this virus. Okay, whether or not you like it or not, it's like the silent virus. Okay, it's a flu virus. You might not even know you have it. You might be spreading it around right now. And that's the problem, okay? People don't even know they have it, and they're spreading it around. So you can't blame anybody that has it right now, and you can't blame anybody that has recovered from it. You just can't, because most of the people that have it don't even know they have it, okay? They get it, and then it's stewing in their system for a little while. Some people are able to fight it off without any issues. Other people get really sick and get pneumonia and die. I mean, it's just the facts, okay? You can look at what's going on in Italy. You can see what happened in Wuhan. That's the facts, okay? Those are real things. People are dying by the hundreds in Italy still, okay? Because they didn't get ahead of it, and we're ahead of it here a little bit, okay? What they should have done is started to quarantine everybody 2 weeks ago when the first cases started popping up here. That would have been the smart thing to do, because now it's spreading, and now it's spreading on a larger scale. It's in all 50 states. There's some areas that are really spread, and there's a lot more people walking around with this virus right now that don't even know they have it. Okay, and that's just a fact. Okay, you can look at the numbers and see them growing exponentially every day. It is what it is. So, the fact that I like to tell. I was telling my SEO guy. I said, he was he was all worried and this and that, and I'm like, the people here in America, it's kind of they're used to freedom. Okay, and that's, I think, going to work against us a little bit here in this situation, because nobody in the U.S. is going to having to be basically house arrested. Okay, that's what we are. We're house arrested, and that's a little bit different than the people over in China, and the fact that they're used to more of a communist rule type of country, and here we're just not. Okay, so it's a really against our typical normal living arrangement, okay, if you will. We're usually able to get up and go wherever we want, whatever we want, and to be honest with you, the people at least in my area here, the streets and the stores and everything seemed normal. Okay, people are in the stores, the streets are busy, everybody's still out and about, nothing's going on. Okay, but everybody knows there's something going on, but it's not spreading. It's not epidemic level here yet. Okay. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep people from being out and being around other people so it doesn't keep spreading, because like I said, it's probably spreading around and we don't even know who's got it, and it's probably in the air right now. So it is what it is. But, the biggest concern here and why I wanted to make this video today, I actually was going to do another how-to video, but I didn't figure it was going to get much traction this week because there's so much going on in the news. Nobody's really paying attention to the how-to stuff right now. I'll probably resume back with that maybe next week when I get back into the mood. Obviously, a lot of changes and things have taken place in the last few days that's like not quite normal in normal life here. Just to give everybody a quick rundown of what's going on with my business, I've lost in excess of six figures by estimates right now, just on what I lost in March and then what I'm going to lose in April and probably beyond. That's for sure lost money. I'm just definitely out that money. It is what it is. I went at, I got a little bit of cushion. I had some money from Halloween and New Year's coming, and I got that, so now I'm okay for a minute. But, I went on to the SBA website, which is the U.S. Small Business Administration. Trump was talking about, going ahead and getting, basically free money out to the small businesses, and good luck. Okay, I knew this was going to happen. As soon as I went on there, I started filling out the application, and of course the website's been down all day. It gets stuck on this in this progress bar about 5/6 of the way in, and it's locked up. It doesn't do anything. I've gone on it like 5 or 6 times, and you can't even submit an application because it's broken, basically. Which is no surprise because there's probably like 50 million people trying to submit a application on this thing, trying to get money to keep their businesses going. But it is, I knew this was going to happen. Even my mom's like, "Oh, you should go get unemployment. You should go do this." I'm like, first off, you got to look at it like this, okay? The people that are working at these offices, it's not like all of a sudden, overnight, they went ahead and hired like 500 new people at these offices, okay? There's only a limited number of resources that work at these particular offices, like the Small Business Administration and the unemployment, the welfare places. So, can you imagine if you worked at one of those places? First off, you don't really want to be around people right now because you don't want to contract the virus because you don't know who has it. And number two, they're not going to be able to get people hired and trained in a week's time. Okay, it's just not realistic. So the chances of you getting anything from the government right now is zero. Okay, don't even count on it because it's not going to happen. All right, I'm not counting on it. I made enough moves around with my money, and I can live off what I have in reserves for a little while, and it is what it is. Now, maybe 3 months from now, if they're still giving away, 3-4 months from now, they're still giving away no interest loans at the SBA, and I can apply and get one. Great, I'm still going to try to apply, but right now you can't because the website's broken. But that's no surprise. I heard some people around here in Vegas, some of the hosts that work at the nightclubs and whatnot, they've gotten laid off already with no unemployment, or I don't know if you can even collect unemployment. It's uncharted waters here. We're all in uncharted waters. But the biggest concern, and again, why I wanted to make this video is I'm still seeing in the news that there's cases popping up in China. Okay. And that to me is the biggest problem of all here because, China went through the so-called the curve. Okay, they got a massive curve up of cases, and then it went back down. They started closing all the hospitals in Wuhan, the makeshift hospitals and whatnot. They got it kind of under control. But now there's cases popping up in Shanghai. I think they said there was 9 new cases in China today, which is concerning because it wasn't just that long ago. There was 1 case in the U.S., and then there was 8, and then there was 20, and then there was 50. Okay, so now it's still in China. They're still getting new cases, so that means that people are still walking around with it and still transmitting it. So that's a problem, okay, because it's not, until they have 0 cases for an extended period of time and nobody's coming in and out of the country with it, then it's going to keep going on. This is going to continue to be a problem. So, we already know Vegas is pretty much shut down for the next 30 days. That's per the governor of Las Vegas, and that's just a time frame that's already fixed, okay? They're going to reevaluate it in, 30 days and either decide to open or not. So, that's the problem with what I see over here in the U.S. is that people are still going to go, they're going to get bored, okay, and they're going to have, they have their freedom still, and they're going to come up with excuses to, go see their girlfriend or go see their family or do this and do that, maybe they got a guy coming over to repair the house, whatever, cleaning person, and they're still gonna keep doing their things, okay, and that's gonna keep spreading it around, okay, that's the problem. They're gonna keep spreading it around. Somebody's gonna have it. They're not gonna know they have it. They're gonna go and give it around to 10 other people, and then there's gonna be another mini outbreak here, mini outbreak there. It's not gonna go away in 30 days, unfortunately. And I can tell you it's not gonna go away because it's still happening in China, and it's been since January that this has been a problem in China, and they're still getting new cases. Okay, so everything I've set up to this date, to all my staff and to everybody that I've talked to, I said, look at China, and that's what's going to happen here. All right, and sure enough, it is now March 17th, the day of this video, and China's got 9 new cases coming in today, and they're claiming, oh, it's coming from other countries and this and that. Well, it's going to keep coming from other countries, okay? Because there's going to be like countries like maybe Canada or countries in like South America where this all of a sudden now is becoming an issue a month later, just like it just became an issue in the U.S. And they're going to be delayed, and then there's going to be people traveling. It's until they come up with some kind of vaccine for this thing, or it gets hot enough to where in like, you know, the Northern Hemisphere, for example, in Vegas when it's like 100 degrees, that it just can't physically like transmit between people and people. Potentially, I don't even know if that's going to 100% stop it because they're still having issues in Florida, and Florida's hot right now. So, you know, I think this is going to go on. This is going to go on a little longer than 30 days. That's my personal opinion, and you need to look to China to see exactly what's going to happen here. I've been telling everybody from the day one, what's happening in China in January is going to happen here, okay? And it's happening here now, okay? We're about 6 weeks behind them, maybe 5 weeks. I don't know the exact numbers, but we're getting ahead of it a little bit more than they did. So I think the overall impact of the the outbreak is going to be less, okay? It's going to be a little bit less here in terms of like the deaths, the amount of people that get it, but getting rid of it is going to be another story. Okay, and it's going to be another story because people are going to have it in other countries. There's going to be ups and downs with other countries, and we're going to have more issues than if this goes on for more than 3 months or so. I think we're going to start having other issues besides just our jobs and whatnot. So it is what it is. I don't mean to be a bearer of bad news, but you need to look to China. Okay, look to China and see what's going on because they had it before us, and they're getting it under control before us, and now it seems like they are having still some cases. So until they got 0 new cases every day for an extended period of time, like 2 weeks, then I would say they have it under control. Okay, and hopefully this happens sooner than later, and I'm going to be one of the more optimistic people here and hope that it gets done sooner than later. But it is what it is. I would be prepared for a little bit longer than 30 days. It's unfortunate. I'm not happy about it. I haven't missed a week of working out in the gym for 27 freaking years. And it looks like I'm not going to get to the gym for at least 30 days now. So it is what it is. I'll try to make do with what I have around the house. And I got a bike at home, and I'll stay in shape somehow. But, that's what I would say is probably the best thing to look at is look what happened in China. Don't look what's happening in the U.S. Hopefully enough people in the U.S. are smart enough to actually abide by these rules, I guess, if you will, before they have to go into martial law and quarantine to slow the spread down or stop the spread. Because until we have no more new cases happening here on an extended period, a couple weeks, this is not over. Okay, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be over for quite a while. So. Hopefully you guys got something out of today. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I just, get prepared. I did a video on Monday. I can put a link for that above. What I'm going to be doing in the downtime here, I'm building some funnels right now. I'm planning on launching a few affiliate campaigns by the weekend. They're pretty extensive. Just going out there and launching traffic to a landing page is probably not going to work anymore. You're going to have to get a little more creative to get profitable with affiliate campaigns. I think there's going to be a lot of competition coming into the picture here with people that are stuck at home, maybe desperate for to get some money, and it's going to be tough in those auctions on those platforms. Maybe there's more traffic, but there's also going to be people that are scared to spend their money. There's people going to be scared to do a lot of things right now. So it's going to be a new frontier. Nobody can really predict what's going on. I'm going to go fire up some traffic and see if I can get something profitable. If I can, I can't. I am prepared for a little bit longer time, but I am going to be working on a lot of content. I did talk about that on my Monday video, and I'm going to come out of this thing stronger. Okay, I'm going to come out of this thing with a better business. I'm going to come out of this thing with a longer term business, and I'm going to be a better business owner from all this. And we're going to look back on this in a few years from now, and I'm going to be like, damn, I'm glad I got all that work done when I could. And, I'm going to be laughing all the way to the bank when those days come. Okay. So hopefully you guys got some out of the day. Make sure you like this video. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are, how long this thing's going to last. I'd really like to hear from you guys. I do like my audience here on YouTube. They are very loyal. And I do like to hear what you think this is going to go. How long? Give me a number. Do you think it's going to go 30 days like, most people do? Or do you think it's going to go into like June? I personally, my number is probably like May. I think we're going to be able to get out of this thing in about mid-May, which is about 2 months from now. So we'll see. I'm the Marketing Meathead. We'll talk to you later. Bye.